Hey, I'm John Thackston, CEO of SOAR Performance Group, and I'm honored today to be joined by Lourdes Reed. And Lourdes, could you do a quick intro for the group?
Yeah, sure. So, hello, everyone. My name is Lourdes Reed. I am the head of customer success at Thomson Reuters for the Legal Professionals Group. And I've been chartered with standing up a new customer success organization within this business unit.
Well, we really appreciate you carving out a little bit of time today to talk about your experience working with us. And so the first question I wanted to ask Lourdes is, yeah, when we first engaged, what was the problem that you all were trying to solve when you engaged SOAR Performance Group?
Yeah, that's a great question. So really here at Thomson Reuters, we were at this critical inflection point, which is we were standing up a new organization. We realized that we really wanted to have a customer success team that was focused on driving product adoption and driving customer outcomes as we moved to become a much more of a technology company. So we had a new AI offering that we really wanted our customers, the law firms, to understand how to better leverage it with their attorneys or paralegals and everyone in the firms. And so we had quickly hired a bunch of new people into the company, and also people who were within the company moved into this role. And they were really customer centric and they were very strong with their legal backgrounds. But what we didn't have was a standardized operating model for customer success. So there weren't any playbooks of how CSM should drive adoption and value. And really, the processes weren't consistent across our large law firms, our medium, and our government. And so what we needed is someone to really help us create this repeatable framework. I'm really clarifying like what is the role of a CSM and then really help us mature our CS function.
Thanks for sharing a bit about that. And Lourdes, as we work together, can you maybe describe for the group kind of the process of how we work together and the way that we kind of brought the solution together to help make sure you had that, as you described, kind of repeatable way for driving adoption and value, especially in a market where it's a rapidly changing market and you'll also have a lot of opportunity.
What we really love about SOAR is I thought of you as a true business partner, right? So you helped us come in and design the operating model as well as the CSM playbook. You did that by conducting, I think, like 100, it felt like stakeholder interviews. So everyone from our leadership to our sales leadership team to individual contributors that we were saying these are good CSMs to talk to cross-functional partners. And then you also leverage best practices that you've seen that are working with other customers that you've worked with, so across different industries. And then you work together with our team to have certain sessions that we had, which were really to really come up with the journey maps, right, and the adoption plays, and then really what's the right review cadence that we would want to have. And I think what was really great about your approach is that you're being very strategic and helping us take a step back to think about what we want to achieve, but you're also giving us really tactical, practical advice. And so at the end, we were able to have these amazing CSM artifacts, right? Whether it be playbooks or templates or frameworks. And then we were able to roll that out to our teams.
Thanks for sharing that, Lourdes. And then as you have worked with the teams and as you sort of seen the impact of the work, what are some of the results y'all have seen in the early adoption of the approach?
I think one of them is, and I think I talked to you about this, John, like, could I have built this myself? Maybe, but it would have taken me so much longer to build out the playbook for the CSMs to start using. So I think it was really time to value, which is like we got something built out that was cross functionally sponsored by everyone. Like everyone had a chance to give their say. That was the great thing about all those interviews. And so we were more quickly able to train up this whole new team of CSMs on this consistent methodology. And now we have something that we can make repeatable because I love the little videos that we're doing now of the training that we did in person. Now we also have videos that the team, any new people we hire, can learn this new methodology. So I think the time to onboard people will be much faster. We also now have consistent, since we have a playbook that CSMs follows, our managers can coach our CSMs consistently. So before everyone was doing something different, it's hard to coach people. You're having to take a unique approach. So in essence, we have something that our managers have that's repeatable that they can do. And I think all of this helps us better serve our customers to have a better customer experience to then try to the adoption to the business outcomes that we want with our customers.
So, Lourdes, as you work with our firm and our team, what are some of the things that you enjoyed about working with the SOAR team?
Yeah, I really appreciated your team's ability to provide thought leadership with practical execution. I think that you listened very carefully to what we wanted to do. I love that you're like, oh, that's good. And here's what we've seen happen in other customers. And I think we were able to quickly move to co-create the deliverables together because also you had strong program management. It was like, let's make sure we're meeting I think it was on a weekly basis that we were executing. And I also really loved all the storytelling that you and Steve provided. I mean, from your years of experience, you've seen what works and doesn't work. And I think as you give us stories, it makes it much more applicable. It's easier to relate to. So it was a ton of fun hearing all the experiences that you've had working with different customers.
Awesome. And we had a lot of fun working together too. So we also had a good time. So that was great. Well, thank you, Lourdes, and thanks again for sharing some of your experiences.
Thank you.